Look at what I found, guys. I tried first class on Finland tilting high-speed train. I don't know what tilting means. In the thumbnail, it says it could not handle winter.
Oh?
Maybe that's why they only have one high-speed train, because it's too difficult due to the temperature. I mean, in Canada, it's a nightmare temperature having train like this. So this one is high-speed. Let's see how good it's going to be by Super Rail Travel YouTube channel. Thank you for the video. Let's go.
This is Finland's only high-speed train, the
Only?
troubled VR Pendolino. We'll be looking into the difficult history of these tilting express trains where they struggled to survive harsh winters, and discover what it's like to ride on them today as I show you inside this train's first class, while checking out the Onboard restaurant service. So join me for a ride through Finland on the country's problematic high-speed train. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here in Helsinki, Finland's capital city, and I'm going to be travelling with VR Finnish Railways on board one of their Pendolino trains to Turku. I've booked myself into the extra class seating today, so I'm looking forward to seeing how Finnish Railways perform in their premium seating area. Let's go. Welcome to Helsingin Parautatieasema.
Oh my god, how do you pronounce this?
Helsinki main station.
Helsinki main station, we're gonna go with this.
Let's waste no time at all and head inside using these classic wooden doors. Now, I just love the station in Helsinki. It's a perfect combination of old times design and modern functionality. Just look at the entrance hall. The main station building features a decent supply of shops and food outlets. You'll find some regular convenience stores and a few coffee shops around too. There's even a proper bar, and whilst the location is great, you certainly pay a high price.
Oh, it's expensive.
By the way, this station also has a ticket office, but as I bought online, I didn't visit this. There are two departure boards in the main hall, one for local trains and one for long-distance traffic. My train is S955, the 1336 service for Turku. Right, let's head out to the platforms. My train is planned to depart from platform 11, and as you can see, there's nothing here just yet. But that gives us plenty of opportunity to look around and see the other trains. Most long-distance services in Finland are operated with these positively massive double-deck trains.
Yeah, that's a pretty tall train, huh?
These sets are loco-hauled, with the country having a large fleet of modern electric locomotives. You can often see a lineup of these at Helsinki station. This fleet runs all over the country, with daily services departing for well above the Arctic Circle. Needless to say, they are built to handle the toughest of winters.
Oh, it should be fine then.
Helsinki also has a reasonably sized commuter railway network, featuring 4 lines, mostly served by these modern Stadler flirt units.
I mean, they look strong,
By
those
the way,
trains.
Finland's railways use a 1524mm track gauge, just 4mm more than the very similar Russian gauge, but considerably larger than a standard European train would use. Until recently, there were frequent departures from Helsinki that went to Russia. Most trains were Allegro services to St. Petersburg. But there was also a daily sleeper train to Moscow, known as Tolstoy. These services have now both ceased for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
the Allegro trains were unique in that they were designed for a gauge they never ran on, 1522mm. This allowed them to use both Finnish and Russian tracks without the need for time-consuming and complex gauge-changing procedures. Finland is also a fully bilingual country, with Finnish and Swedish both having official status. Therefore, all railway signage is in both languages, but almost everything is in English too.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah.
Eventually, my Pendolino train arrives at Helsinki station. It's operated by Valtion Rautatiet, translated as State Railways, but usually shortened to VR. The company has a fleet of 17 6-car units, which are used on long-distance routes around the country. These trains date back to the early 1990s, with their tilting technology and high-speed running expected to revolutionise rail travel in Finland.
35 years.
However, by winter, this plan was falling apart, as the train couldn't handle the cold weather. The couplings and tilting system in particular were known to struggle. Many years on, in 2006, the then CEO of VR Group stated that the Pendolino fleet was causing serious image problems for the company due to the unacceptable reliability.
Unacceptable.
However, in the years since this statement, multiple upgrades have been made to the troubled parts of the train, and nowadays they are at least a little bit more reliable. Well, I don't think these units will win any awards for their appearance, but let's get on board and find my seat for...
He's saying that they are ugly. I don't think it's ugly.
No.
I think they look good compared to a lot of what I've seen in other country. It's the last thing I would criticize them for, that to not be pleasing on the eyes.
Yeah.
I think it looked fine.
today's trip.
Need to see
I'm
inside.
travelling in
Yeah,
VR's
maybe inside
extra
it's not
class
good,
today,
but-
which is what they call first class.
Oh.
It's quite
No
a step up
dog.
to the train, but
No
these
animal.
units are also fitted with wheelchair lifts if needed. Extra class is in a 2+1 layout, as you'd expect for a first class product. My seat will be number 7, a rear facing window seat.
I mean, it looked fine.
Today's route will see us heading through southern Finland, riding west from the capital over to the major city of Turku. The journey is scheduled to take 1 hour and 58 minutes to cover 190 kilometers, or about 118 miles. We end up departing on time at 13:36, heading north out of Helsinki's terminal station.
Is it rare that it's on time or it's normal?
It's only around 5 minutes later that we're pulling into Pasila, the first station on the route out of Helsinki. It serves as an alternative to Helsinki's main station and is intended to ease overcrowding at the busy terminus. It also has a nearby car loading station just north of the platforms, allowing passengers to load their car onto an overnight train there and then board their sleeping carriage back here.
Ah, that's good. That's useful.
Now let's take a look around the interior here in extra class.
I mean, it's
We'll
look good.
start off with the seats. These are in a hard-wearing brown cloth design, which I think looks smart. The base cushion is very well padded, and with a firm backrest, this results in a comfy and ergonomic seat. There's also a head cushion, though I found this to be too bulky, meaning it uncomfortably pushed my head forwards.
Yeah.
Between seats, you can find a large folding armrest. Beside the seat cushion, you can find a lever for the recline. Though strangely, this recline was airline style, and means you lean into the space of the person behind. This
Yeah,
also means
that's
that
normal.
seats next to
That's-
the wall have limited recline,
In
so
Bosnia
be
and
careful
Thailand,
when
it's like
choosing a
this too.
seat.
There's nothing you can do against
All
it.
details
But I
about
like the
window
tone
alignment and
inside.
surroundings
It's
can be
really
clearly
warm.
seen when making
Oh,
a
the-
booking
the-
on
yeah.
VR's easy-to-use website. Legroom on this train is fantastic, with plenty of room even for longer journeys. You can also find an adjustable footrest for more comfort. Above this is a little net for storing your smaller items. And of course, a seat back table can be folded down from the seat in front. This provides a well-sized surface for working on, and 4 little notches to hold a drink in place.
Like in an airplane.
On the wall, there
Little
are 2
table.
European-style plug sockets. This works out as 1 per passenger, but the aisle seat passenger's cable will have to stretch past the window seat passenger.
Wow.
Next to
Wow,
this is
easy,
the
huh?
bin bag, a typical feature of trains in Nordic countries instead of having an actual bin. Meanwhile, back outside, we are speeding through the countryside of southern Finland. The top speed of these Pendolino trains is 220 kilometers an hour, but this is only possible to achieve on a short section of track heading north.
Yeah.
Most of the route to Turku is limited to between 120 kilometers an hour and 160 kilometers an hour.
So, yeah.
Each of these Pendolino trains is equipped with 6 toilets, located at the end of each carriage. These were in really good condition for the entire journey.
It's so clean.
This soap dispenser was empty,
Yeah,
but luckily
true.
the other one was working. As was the water.
It
And
doesn't
the
feel
hand
to be
dryer.
bouncing a lot compared to a lot of what I've seen. Like The
One of the
bouncing in the
benefits
toilet.
of extra class is the complimentary tea and coffee.
Wow.
This is self-service, with the facilities located in the centre of the
self-service.
carriage.
That's
You can also
interesting.
find free bottles of drinking water. I helped myself to a busite, which translates as tea bag. It was a very cold day, so this was definitely what
Yeah,
I
I know
needed.
the name, right?
This journey was going perfectly until we came grinding to a halt in the middle of nowhere. At this point, I was almost expecting to hear that the train had broken down, as they have many times in the past.
Really?
Oh, really?
Well,
you know, because he make it look like it's so bad, the train.
Yeah.
I think it's because he had PTSD from previous experience. Because when I look at it, I'm like, oh, it looked normal so far.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that's going bad. It's like, wait, what is that? That look good. Is this in USD or it's a normal the currency?
Should be.
Oh, this look good. Some sandwich.
let's take this opportunity to have a look at the onboard restaurant service. Menu cards are provided at all seats, though to my knowledge, you do have to go to the restaurant
look
car if
good.
you want to order. This is located in coach 3, towards the middle of the train. On the way there, we can take a look at the Eco class, which is what VR calls its second class.
This look like almost the same thing.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Maybe
like
the space.
maybe or
This is in a slightly less spacious 2+2
Okay, okay.
layout, but still looks pretty good.
yeah.
This carriage features the dedicated wheelchair and pushchair area too, as well as the access.
I mean, especially that it's only 2 hours. It's not like your legs, right? 2 hours. It's not like 10 hours. Maybe 10 hours you want something a little bit nicer, but 2 hours it's like.
toilet. And here we are at the restaurant. One
See?
half of the carriage
Instead, you can just spend your time at the restaurant.
True.
Like buy the cheapest seat, right, and go to the restaurant. And
Yeah.
eat. Can people do that?
The restaurant is very
It's smart. Look, they'll do that. Especially if you're in a time, maybe you can only stay 30 minutes as a law. Imagine that's a smart thing to do. You pay and you go to the restaurant and you're in the same seat that everyone that pay more than you for the ticket. Like,
consists of seating around tables, where you can sit down to enjoy a proper onboard meal. While the other half features a standing area with a counter.
Oh, it looks like a bar. Wow.
yeah,
You
it's
can find a
nice.
good
good.
selection of snacks on
It's,
display
it's
here,
a nice one.
but a choice of proper meals is available too.
Bon.
I've left a link to the menu in the
Oh,
description.
that look good. The meatballs, the pasta, the sausage.
As I had already eaten, I went for the lemon muffin and a little bit of chocolate. This cost €3.40, which seems like a reasonable price for Finland,
Yeah, that's not
especially on a
expensive.
train. After a few minutes of waiting, we're informed that there is overrunning engineering works, as the staff make what is possibly the most honest announcement in railway history to explain how long we'll be waiting.
That will take, well, nobody knows how long, but hopefully not so long.
We end up leaving here around half an hour after we arrive.
That's probably how Finnish speak. They are super honest. No, guys, we don't know how long it's gonna be. It's just like, hang in there. We're gonna tell you if we know more. At least he's being honest.
10 minutes later, we arrive in Turku station. This region is one of the few in Finland that has a Swedish-speaking majority, with 66% calling it their native language. Compare that to the rest.
So is it near Vasa, where Kaj are from? Are we going more west? I don't remember at the beginning yet. We're going more west, right?
Of Finland, where just 5% speak Swedish as their native language. Finland is a truly beautiful country no matter what time of year you visit it. I visited in winter, and by the next day, the entire area was coated in a thick layer of snow. But despite just missing out on that, there was still an amazing sunset on offer. Though if it's too bright, you can use the effective sunblinds, like so. If you want more light, then there are individual reading lights located above your seat. This is helpful as the train has a very relaxed ambience with subdued warm lighting. An insane supply of coat hooks is available, with 4 located at the end of each window, and an additional one on the edge of each seat. Luggage storage can be found above seats in the overhead luggage racks. as well as a few luggage stacks dotted throughout the train. Wi-Fi is available, and passengers here in extra class get a dedicated network.
Wow, this is
The
amazing.
speeds were reasonable, though I didn't check to see if it was actually any faster than the rest of the train. Now on to how much this journey cost, and I think this will surprise you. I bought my ticket just 10 days in advance, and booked this first class ride for just
Wow.
€29.90. Finland
1,000
is
baht.
generally an expensive country, but its railways are consistently excellent value for money. And
We
this
reacted to the German one earlier today,
4 hours.
and it was double the price.
Yeah.
It was longer, 4 hours,
Triple.
but yeah, but it was 2.5 times more expensive than this.
trip was
And people told us when it was this video, 1 year
year
ago,
ago.
the video was older. People said it was double the price now. So like way more expensive than Finland for some reason in Germany.
no exception. After about 2.5 hours, we finally pull into Turku station, which is very basic for such a major city of 200,000 people.
I cannot pronounce this.
Sema.
Arrival at Turku is 29 minutes late, entirely due to the overrunning engineering works.
Is this that common? This
Overall, I
It
was
broke
very
and
impressed
everything?
with Finland's
Oh,
high-speed
yeah,
train.
yes,
When it works, it's a really pleasant
because
train
the
to
winter
ride,
time, right?
and I wouldn't hesitate to try a longer journey on one in the future. As always, let me know what you
Oh,
thought
you meant the
of
road? I meant the engineer thing that you need to do work on.
Wow, why is it broken so much?
the VR Pendolino in the comments, and for a look at another Nordic high-speed train, then click up here now to see Sweden's fastest ever train.
Whoa. Interesting.
It's not what you expect.
Not as expensive as I thought. It's kind of relaxed. You can spend your time at the restaurant and pay the less expensive. Oh, you paid 34. Remember, it was the first class.
Yeah.
The second class looked almost the same, maybe a little less space, but for 2 hours, who care, you know?
True.
Yeah,
but
it-
maybe if you go with a kid or family thing like that, you should have more space though.
It's like people that take a 2 hour plane in first class.
Yeah.
You don't even have time to eat by the time you arrive. You know?
True.
I don't know what you're gonna do on this. But that was interesting. No, it's interesting because Finland is like, you think that's gonna be expensive?
That's why people are happy because
Like,
everything's so happy.
is it more expensive than Paris or London or? It's supposed to be way more because you get a lot of free healthcare for education, but I think that the cost of living doesn't end up being more than Berlin, or it doesn't end up being more than Copenhagen or London, or it's probably even less.
Yeah, I think
So-
the cost of living probably not that much because people, they pay a lot of tax, right? So the cost of living is supposed to be low for them.
Well, I'm sure it's not low, but for the train it is definitely. I don't know about grocery though. That's a big one. Grocery.
If you cannot other country for the grocery thing, if you cannot provide for yourself, if
Yeah.
you need to import or import, it will be expensive.
Yeah, so that was interesting. I like how simple it was. It was nice.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for the amazing suggestion. If there's more video like this, let us know in the comment below. Yes, and see you very soon.